were out in Suffolk a couple of weeks ago for the Business Expo. My retractable banner, my little tabletop banners were also printed by Hackworth out there, Christina Ruiz. But Charlie and I are also Kiwanians of the Chesapeake Kiwanis Club together. Charlie is a Kiwanis member. Heard Neal and his brother Jay, who could not be here today. He's busy auditioning for like Broadway or something. I don't know, doing something important as well. And talked about what's going on. So Charlie has been instrumental in offering their services to help you guys with printing and all of that stuff. So thank you, Charlie. Once again, Kiwanians all over, come forward. So if you would, please give a little backstory as to who you are, where you are in your life. For both of you, you're obviously a teenager, what you're doing in life right now. And then Eric, I'll come to you. But tell our audience, just give a little background as to who you are, when you were first diagnosed with color blindness, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, so I'm Neal. I'm 17 years old. I'm a high school senior, so starting to go through the college applications.
Okay. Where are you applying to?
I'm applying a lot of places.
Okay. Is Penn State on the list? Careful how you answer. Not yet. Okay. See, it's good. Politics is on his way. If you did Oregon, all right, we'll slide Oregon.
He's a smart guy. So figure it out.
All right, so you're getting into that college application phase. Okay.
So
What do you want to study?
Business analytics.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I really enjoy doing data analytics.
Okay.
And working.
So you're a numbers guy.
Yeah, I'm a numbers guy.
All right.
And I really like working with small businesses.
Okay.
I'm in a STEM academy in my high school, and we
Okay.
get to go to. I don't know if you're familiar with Selden Market.
Not yet.
It's in Norfolk.
Okay.
It's a business incubator. So it's a bunch
Really?
of small businesses
Okay.
that are together, and they can basically help each other grow. It's kind of like a safe space for them.
Okay.
And so we go and we have field trips there, and we get to go talk to the people.
And you get to work on assignments with them? Do you like
So we had an internship opportunity with them. So
Okay.
a lot of us went and interned there over the summer.
Sweet.
So that was a really cool.
Okay. All right. Eric, introduce yourself,
Thanks.
please.
Yeah, again, it's Eric. I'm not 17.
Just a day over.
Yeah, I, as Oregon fan, was raised in Eugene and then eventually ended up out here. Went to Old Dominion and father of two. You met my son Roman and daughter's in band right now in Hickory doing a competition. So yeah,
all right.
Yeah, fun day for her. Work for NASA. And I was diagnosed probably in when I was about in fourth grade. Went to an optometrist, and they have the Ishihara test, and it's a pamphlet that you open up, and it has a coloring scheme where you have saturations of two different colors, and there's numbers in there, and then you have to identify the numbers. If you can't identify the numbers, that's diagnostic.
Yeah.
So I knew it at that time, but in that generation, there were no, utility glasses like they have now, which we're going to.
Yep. Okay.
Thanks.
So interestingly enough, you were diagnosed at an age about a year older than when Neal was. You were diagnosed at the age of 8, right?
Yep.
If I remember, that's what, third grade?
Yeah.
You said 9th. So you guys were diagnosed both at the same time, roughly. And your brother, when we talked the other night on Zoom together, at his age, he was diagnosed at the same age that you were.
Yep.
Now, and thank you to your mom who sent in some info for me to do some homework. This colorblindness is genetic. Is that correct?
Yes, it's passed down through the mother's side, but the mother is normally a carrier. So my mom's brother has it.
Okay, but is your mom colorblind?
No.
So it skipped her as far as the disease, but he's got it. And normally, is that tradition? It skips?
Yeah.
Yeah, it tends to fall in the male category. It's not unheard of.
So your dad on your side then has it? Where'd the genetic line?
My mother's
father.
Yeah,
okay, gotcha. So your grandfather.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha. Okay, interesting. Did not realize that. Now, we all call it color blindness because we all don't get into the medical terms, but there is CVD, which stands for
color vision deficiency.
Perfect. Color vision deficiency, not to be confused with CVS. Traditionally red and green, but talk about the colors. Why is there a reason why it's particularly red and green, or is it just
the retina receptors and whatever genetically happens within those that either cause the deficiency or don't cause the deficiency? So, and just to hover over the deficiency, I think that's a better acronym or description than color blindness.
Gotcha.
Again, I think I mentioned worked in ophthalmology. When we go into the spectrum of blindness, that's profoundly, we have a deficiency. We get through life, we see colors the way we see them. So I think a deficiency is a better handle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then we will start using it. I just popped up the logo behind us on the green screen, which is ironic because I asked them, we're like my studio, if you think about it, folks, is like the weatherman or woman that you see on TV. They're standing in front of a piece of green board that they put the maps on. Well, here in the studio, I just have a piece of green fabric in order to be able to superimpose backgrounds on there. So I asked them, since green and red is the colors primarily that cause this deficiency, what do you see here in the studio right now? And so their answer was pretty interesting in terms of what you see. Explain to them what you said to me about the green here on the wall behind us.
Yeah, so the green, I see it as what I think green is.
Which is, how would you describe it to me? Like, what are you seeing? Like, is it a tan? Is it opaque?
No.
Is it a pea green color? Is it like forest green, a Christmas tree green? What kind? What
I
is
would
it?
say it's a little lighter than a forest green. It's how I would describe it.
Okay, fair enough. There you go. So, and I see it as Kelly green, a full green, like money green.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. So I wanted my audience to kind of have that. Now I know we have the color in the slides that you were kind enough to put together. There are a couple of pictures in there that shows the separation, but I wanted my audience to really get a picture of what you're seeing as a green screen for you is a lighter shade, more like a lime green almost, versus the Kelly green that I have behind me. Okay, that's fair. That's cool. So talk about before you were diagnosed. Well, this will go for both of them. Here you are, you're third grade, 8 years old. You're just worried about cartoons, maybe Fortnite. Who knows what you're in at that age? When did you realize that your vision may not have been the same as your friends? How did that come about?
Honestly, had no indication before I was diagnosed.
Okay.
It was, and I guess the issue with that is that you see things through your eyes, and you just kind of take that as that's what
It is what it
everyone
is.
sees. Yeah.
Sure.
So before I got diagnosed, I just assumed that's how everyone sees this.
Okay.
So getting diagnosed, it was like, it was interesting in the way that okay, I see things differently. But in practice, there was not a lot of what does this mean?
Well, what was going on that caused your mom to say, let's go get checked? Or you to say, Mom, I think I got to go get checked. What happened to that up to that point?
It was really just, I think it might be when you're 8 years old, they do it for everybody.
Oh, so it was like a general screening
I
when you went
believe
for,
so.
oh, okay, gotcha.
When you go to the eye doctor, they
Okay.
test it. I think even now they do it every 5, 10 years.
So it's just part of normal testing for your eyesight.
Yeah.
Okay. How about for you?
Yeah, again, it kind of parallels to what he was saying is we see our truth of colors.
Sure.
Our truth is our reds and our greens and whatnot.
Right.
And it's nice now to know what the truth is. It's an
Okay.
enhancement of my life to say,
Sure.
oh, with these aids and these glasses, now I can actually see what everyone else sees.
Sure.
What was a hiccup for me, which again, we tend to manage any of the impediments that come up in IT, that there's color codings on wires, these RJ4, and the greens and the reds for me were hard to distinguish, but I did an adaptation of okay, I know because the wiring schematic, the pattern, I know it's going to be this. I can't quite see it.
Okay.
But if it got mixed up, I was like, oh crap, let's cut
You short circuit something. Yeah, really.
But and I think it's important to understand there are some disqualifiers for careers.
Okay.
If you're,
Sure.
So I don't make sure you're positively test. If you're not colorblind and you're declared colorblind, it's a real issue, like pilots.
Sure. All their gauges are reds and greens.
Exactly. Yeah. So if you're diagnosed with color blindness, it's a disqualifier. So if that was your passion,
right,
please ensure that you are actually
yeah. And Santa Claus would not be happy. John, can you bring up the PowerPoint, please? Let's go into the slides here. So color insight. Go back to the first one, please. So talk about the logo. Who designed that?
That was me.
You,
smart guy.
Smarty pants, exactly. Color insight. So it's interesting. Here we talked about how the use of deficiency, and yet on your slide, you're using the word color blindness awareness.
Mm-hmm.
So should that not be changed moving forward? I'm just saying, don't kill the messenger. I'm just going off what you all said to me. So, all right. So you designed the logo, which is great. And I love the use of the eyeball and the different color schemes around that. All right, let's go to the next one, please.
the different color schemes around it.
Okay.
That's actually kind of what you see in the color blindness test that you
Oh,
do.
really?
Yeah,
Okay.
you see almost like the little, I guess, circles.
Okay.
And then certain circles will be colored a certain way.
Gotcha.
And they'll form numbers.
Okay.
And the ability to distinguish the number or not kind of tells you whether or not that's the test
Gotcha.
they use.
Okay. Next slide, please. Next one. All right, let's talk about this. Let's talk about the statistics, because you shared this with me the other night. We did a little pre-show meeting the other night, and they shared some of this information with me. So obviously my folks can read it, but there are people that listen, not watch. So please share what we're looking at here about some of the stats.
Yeah, so 8% of all boys or men have color blindness. On the other hand, only 0.5%, 1 in 200 of girls and women have color blindness.
Now, is that because of the genetic line that we talked about, where it's on the men's side, men are the carriers more or less? And
it's the women, like the mother's side, that's the carrier.
Okay.
But it's only expressed in the men's side. And I think that has something to do with like the chromosome XY.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. And what's the last thing that you have there?
So
Deuteranopia.
I'm not going to pronounce that. Deuteranopia. It's basically red-green color blindness. It's 5.
Gotcha.
On this one, the only reason I added is in another world I work in ophthalmology, and so this one is
which there's a lot of irony to that, folks. We'll get to
that later. True, but this is when we look at this one that expresses a red deficiency more than anything else.
Gotcha.
And then the Protan is a red-green, and then the Triatan is, and I'm sure I'm saying that incorrectly, is like a blue-yellow, which is highly rare.
And the different things he's talking about, folks, are the four circles that you see in the upper left-hand corner showing the different charts. But the bottom here, the crayon pictures and the block pictures really shows the difference between, let's just look at the crayon pictures. The one on the left is what I would see, but the one on the right is what you would be seeing in the color scheme. So for you right now, you're seeing that same picture twice, basically, because of all the colors, right? Okay, so I think that's a great depiction of what you all have to deal with the deficiency versus what we have. All right, go to the next one, please. And again, here you're looking at, now you play soccer.
I play soccer.
So this is kind of what you have to do,
exactly.
right?
Yeah.
So, and that's probably what he made the slideshow. So this is probably why he put soccer in there.
Yeah.
So talk about when you're on the field, dude. I mean, that's got to be kind of tough. I mean, you have to know your teammates, so you know their faces. But when everybody's running around the field and you're in a scrum, it's kind of hairy, right?
It gets interesting.
Okay.
It definitely gets interesting.
So how do you cope with the deficiency when you're on the soccer field?
So I think it definitely wasn't like a conscious thing. Unconsciously, I've learned to like look at people's faces. That's kind of the big thing. So I'll see let's say I'm looking across the field, I'm looking to play a long pass. I'll see like my winger's hairstyle, for example, and I'll be like, oh, that's him.
Okay.
Play the best.
So you have to come up with other identifying features.
Yeah.
Interesting. It's fun. You guys watch the TV show Brilliant Minds on NBC?
I think I've heard.
The doctor who was the Spock in the Star Trek movies, just quick Quinto.
Great actor.
It's terrific. But he plays a doctor who's facial blind. He doesn't differentiate people's faces. So he has to come up with different ways, like you were just talking about with your guy's hair and some other physical identifying marks. So that's an interesting depiction of how he's got to figure out to differentiate people, just like you did to differentiate your teammates. What's it been like for you? Now you're an adult having deal with it. And we're going to, when we come back from break here in a couple of minutes, we'll talk about the tools, the glasses that have been created, but talk about what it's like for you as an adult, what you have to do, which is probably similar to what Neal does. Talk about that.
Well, I think I come from the generation where you just gut it out, is that that's why I really want to come on here and say, if you're of my age or in this bracket, just go get diagnosed, because I'm glad that I've had this experience and now know, hey, this is what the world should really look like. I have some life ahead of me. I want to see the life true and not have to do compensatory mechanisms to say, okay, I can't quite make this out. How do I compensate for that? Well, I've done this all my life.
Right.
Now I want color truth. And I look forward. Every day is a new, literally is a new adventure.
Sure.
And just as an example, yesterday I was driving and I had the glasses on, and it was the pine needles that had fallen onto the street.
Okay.
And I had never noticed they had a red and brown hue to them. it's always just been brown.
Right.
So it's just seeing the world in an authentic fashion,
Sure.
which is it's enriching.
Okay.
Yeah.
John, can you go back up to the first slide, please? The of the logo. Thank you. Color Insight, you know, I kind of glossed over this in terms of the logo and the circles and all of that, but you created this. Not only just the logo, but the whole concept of Color Insight, which is a mission to educate schools and athletic organizations, especially soccer, because that's what your love is, about how CBD impacts children in the hopes to encourage policy changes and to help children. So this initiative is all your brainchild, yes?
Yeah. I think my mom's really helped me a lot.
Well, sure. No. I mean, yeah, again, parents are always going to be mostly supportive of what their kids want to do within reason. But obviously this, and again, you know, hopefully in the future, we'll have your brother on.
Yeah.
Brother Jay is what, about 3 years younger than you, right? Now he was diagnosed at the same age that you were. So he's a big part of this, right?
Yeah.
Now, John, do we have a slide picture of where the boys are talking in front of the Kiwanis group? I believe that is in the slideshow as well, or should have been. But the two of you were speaking at the Kiwanis Club. You guys go out. And unfortunately, I was in. There you go. So here, where are you talking here?
This is at the library doing our color vision screening, and
that's
actually where we met. That's where we met Eric.
Oh, that's okay. And how long ago was that?
Oh, within a month.
Yeah.
Oh, so real recent.
Yeah.
Okay. And how about the next one, please? The Kiwanis Club. There you go, the one on the left. And you also have the Lions Club, which we'll get to that in a second. The day that you and your brother and your mom were there at the Kiwanis Club was beginning of August. I was back in Vegas visiting my dad and taking care of some business back there. So in a way, we missed it, but now I get the up-close personal interaction. All right, we're going to stop there for right now. When we come back, we actually do have some of the glasses that Eric was talking about, which helps these guys with their vision today, as well as anybody else that's out there. Also, when we come back, I want to talk about some other activities that are going on in town that you can help participate in. So with that, more Aaron Zara with these guys. When we come back, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Hi, welcome back. Holy cow. I can't believe I'm checking all the messages here, and John caught me. Thank you for joining us here today on Aaron Zara with Alan Phillips. Today's topic, we are talking about color blindness today, or I'm sorry, color vision deficiency. We're not going to use those. I'm trying to bring the post back up here. There we go. This is where I can talk to everybody. So that's what we're talking about today. But first, before we get, thank you very much. All right, let's talk about some of the tools and stuff here. What's that?
We're going to that.
Yes, please. I want you to. That'll be great. All right, let's talk about, you mentioned glasses. So I want to talk about the tools and resources. So let's talk about some of the resources that are now available as I break out some of the glasses. So who wants to go first?
Yeah, so we have we actually partnered with Enchroma. They are the company that makes the color blindness or color vision deficient glasses. I'm
gonna test the presets here that John showed us. So you can see I've got the there you go. There they are. There you go. There they are. Let's give them a plug in Chroma. There you go. You just mentioned them. So let's give them a plug. Let's get back to the wide shot. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, so on actually the Enchroma website, you can
take the
take
outdoor ones. So if you want to show these,
you can take the color blindness test on the Enchroma website, and they have these glasses depending on your results, and they'll send.
No, these are the outdoor ones because I have three pairs here. These are the outdoor. Do you want to do indoor?
Yeah.
All right, let's do indoor first. So give me those back. All right. See, now you said to me as someone who does not have this deficiency, I put these on, I won't notice anything. Which is true. I put one on before we went on the air. I looked like I was from like John Belushi and the Blues Brothers. But this now is one of the indoor glasses. There you go, sir. So you can try those. Explain what we're looking at there.
So essentially, when I first put these on, I almost see everything through a pinkish hue. I think that's the best way I would describe it. Yeah. And then when I look at, like, for example, when I look at this green, now it looks a lot darker.
Okay.
I would say.
So I want to show everybody just so that they understand when we talk green screen. I'm going to take the green screen down because I want them to see what. There we go. Okay. So everybody at home right now can see the kind of green background that we have. Now, what are you seeing with this now?
Yeah, it changed it definitely because now it's a more muted green for me. Before it was almost like a lime green. Yeah. So again, it's
And this whole like setup, like your mouse pad here became a whole lot more vibrant. The red jump out a lot more.
So what are you? So I want to show my audience what the mouse pad looks like. What are you seeing in terms of
So
color?
when I take them off, the red's very muted.
Okay.
It's very like, it's kind of, it doesn't pop out at all. But when I put these on, it just jumps out.
So what colors are you seeing right now in here?
So I see a whole lot of blue Penn State.
Right, of course.
I see like this red orange kind of dash in the middle.
Right.
That's called dirt, by the way.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. So okay, that's great to know because obviously colors are made of a combination of colors. So to me, I mean, I'm just really seeing blue and white because it is Penn State colors. So I bet we take on his Oregon Ducks tonight and white out in State College. But and it's interesting that you see the red in here a little bit. Now you focus it more in the middle, which ironically is where there's a pattern of streak in there. And it is where I run my mouse most of the time, so it's probably some dirt. But that's interesting.
As an allegory, you could consider you're seeing more depth.
Okay.
Yeah, you're reaching in deeper to
like 3D almost. Can you say like a 3D in a way?
Well, I would see this.
Okay.
Without the glasses, I don't see it. With the glasses, I do see it.
Okay.
So there's another added dimension of, I didn't even realize that was being presented with what I don't have.
Color profile almost like expands.
Gotcha. So both of these guys are wearing the indoor glasses. The first pair that I had taken out that Neal was going to take out of the bag are an outdoor pair. So obviously, as an outdoor pair, they do nothing for you inside.
They do. They do.
Okay.
I think that has more of a reflective or polarized
quality. For the sun, to block some of that. Okay.
Target,
So where you see what they look like, where their lenses.
Those are pretty good.
Yeah.
Are they fashion statement?
You wear them well.
There you go. Look at that. Anyway, so you can see where you can almost see their eyes through their lenses because they're designed more for the indoors, where these that I have on, because of the UV protection and the extra sunlight protection, are almost more like a pair of sunglasses for someone like myself. There's sunglasses.
And that's what I have.
Okay, so you have these for the outdoors.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay, now here's a question for you. What is the cost for something like this to buy? You have a pair of the inside or the outdoor, you said, Eric, right?
Right. And they were donated.
Okay, so they were donated. What do these cost for someone who needs to get a pair?
It definitely depends on the design, whether you get them. I think the indoor ones are definitely cheaper than the outdoor ones.
Okay, because these have that extra coating,
Yes.
which would make sense.
And I think obviously you can check on the Enchroma website, but I think they run about 200, 300 for the most part.
Okay, so people right now can only get them through Enchroma. Am I pronouncing that right?
There might be other companies, but Enchroma is definitely the leading.
No, but that's the one that you want to talk about.
Yeah.
So it's not like they can come to your initiative, your coalition, to buy them. They'd have to go direct to Enchroma to get them. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay, as of now.
As of now,
I
think we have like an affiliate link that we can.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that now you say you have an affiliate link. So where can people go to get that affiliate link? Do you have a website for your coalition?
Not yet.
So
I can send you. I can check it.
So right now, someone who's watching, if they want to get glasses, what's the best? Give me a website that they can go out and get information or get glasses. Where's the best place?
The best place is Enchroma.
Okay, and the website is Enchroma.
I think it's just enchroma.com.
ENCHROMA.com. John, if you could put that up on the crawl for me, I would appreciate it. Enchroma, ENCHROMA.com. Hopefully that's right. If it's not right, well, then somebody's going to get some interesting information, aren't they? Okay, so they're about $250 each, right? And I know the Lions Club has supported the effort.
Yes.
And I'm also proud to say after last week's meeting, the Chesapeake Kiwanis Club is also going to be supporting the effort of getting making a donation in order to cover a few sets of glasses. So very, very proud of that.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to add. Is I think there are ways for financial support through different agencies and mechanisms because it can be cost prohibitive. But I think there are efforts to go ahead and make it happen for a person that's really looking for it.
As someone who obviously doesn't have this deficiency, for the scope of what it brings to those afflicted with the deficiency, $200 or $250 doesn't sound like a whole ton of money to give you the ability to clarify your eyesight.
I think it's definitely good value.
Oh, right. But at the same token, you said something that was just as important. Yeah, $200, $300 doesn't sound like a lot when you look at other medical devices that are thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
But yet, $200 to $300 in today's society can still be prohibitive.
Yeah.
Are there places where people can go to get financial help to buy glasses? Other than the Kiwanis Club buying glasses or the Lions Club?
Well, not sure. I don't know how it works. Like I have the where you save money from your paycheck, and you can
Okay.
see, you know,
A flexible spending account,
flexible
get reimbursed
yeah,
for it.
maybe something.
Okay,
of that nature,
that's not bad.
But I'm not 100%. I don't know what insurance on your
Right.
carrier for your eyeglass.
Would they be
yeah,
able to get reimbursed for
Yeah,
it from the
exactly.
FSA?
But yeah, I think it's a worthy pursuit. But let's take their family for example.
Yeah.
2 children. Now
Yeah.
they're up to $500.
Good point.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, a little birdie told me that there is hopes of some legislation that is being investigated to help with this. Talk about what's being looked at through legislation. What kind of things are being looked at through legislation, through support? Is it a state support? Is it going to be something that starts locally in the state that maybe becomes national? Talk about what's happening on that level, if you can.
We've definitely focused on locally. I think the depth of that is more
Okay.
important to us than just bringing it
Sure.
locally. On the state level, there actually has been a change in the VDOE, the Virginia Department of Education.
Okay,
On their, I guess, resource page, they've
Okay.
added things for colorblindness.
excellent. Have they added Endochroma? Have they added the company on there? Whatever it is, the glass company and Chroma?
I don't.
I think
I
it's
wanna-
a juvenile infantile. This is
Gotcha.
this initiative.
information.
It's a work in
Okay.
progress.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but so it's on the Department of Education. Your coalition is trying to get also into the education. But what is the state of Virginia? Is the state of Virginia looking at things to mandate maybe certain things for eye testing for this? What are do you
Yeah,
know what's
so-
being looked at?
We're trying to get in contact with delegates, trying
Okay.
to get people to actually talk about this on the
Okay.
state level.
Okay.
And I think once we get our message out, then
Okay.
that'll definitely be the next step to getting some kind
Keeping it
of
going from there.
infrastructure.
We'll use this platform. Do you know now? You shared the numbers earlier. 1 out of what was it? Every 12 men
Yeah.
or males. Locally in Hampton Roads, do you have any local statistics of those afflicted by colorblind deficiency?
So quick math. How many? What's our population times
400 400,000 maybe in Virginia
Yeah.
Beach.
Yeah.
So you can take those same numbers
Yeah,
and
yeah,
equate
it's
them down.
pretty,
Okay.
yeah.
So you're talking a couple of 10,000s
Yeah.
people.
Yeah,
And I think the focus right now, again, the little birdie that we both spoke to, that they're looking at screening for a very young age.
Okay.
They say,
Mhm.
yeah, because again, you saw the demographic,
Right.
you know, just our sampling when we came in, to address it earlier, give parents options.
Well, I want to ask this question. Maybe you don't know this. Maybe this is more of a medical question. You guys were diagnosed at the age of 8, approximately 8, 9.
Right.
Is there an age is there an earlier age than that where being tested for this could be caught even earlier, like 2 years old, 3 years old? I mean, is it something that at a certain age is when it can be?
Well, the Ishihara test is you have to be cognitive to know your numbers
Okay.
and then understand you're distinguishing, you know,
and that's
if
probably why they wait.
Okay.
yeah. So
But if there was like I guess maybe a different test that they could use, I think it would be most beneficial in the preschool, the kindergarten, where everything you do in school is based around colors. So I think in my elementary school, it was around 1st or 2nd grade, where you actually got put into the gifted, the honors tracks. You had to test into that. So the kids that have color vision deficiency, they're getting cognitively assessed
Right
with
there.
the same ways that the other kids are.
So in theory, someone in 1st grade can theoretically, if tested for gait or whatever, the diagnosis can be picked up, or at least say, hey, mom, dad, you might want to go get checked here.
Right.
That was kind of what I wanted to hope to find out. Was you guys got it? Your brother was 8 years old, roughly. Can it be picked up earlier? But I love the correlation of when, like you said, 1st, 2nd grade, these kids are being tested for gait and everything else, and it's numbers and perfect. That's what I wanted to hear, because folks, don't wait till you're 8 or 9 or you're an adult or whatever. If you sense that there's something that's not right early on, don't wait, because there could be things and resources available to help correct. It's not anything that can be permanently fixed. Is that correct?
no, again, because it is a genetic disposition, you know, CRISPR and AI, who knows what the future offers, but the return on investment, no, you never want, it would be, no, not right now. But
Okay.
we'll see what.
But the sources are there to make life more as normal as possible, like these glasses,
Yeah.
and knowing that you can be checked as early as possible.
Mhm.
All right, we have about 2 or 3 minutes left. Enchroma, ENCHROMA.com is the website. That's the company for the glasses. We have a couple of minutes left. So with a couple of minutes left, I want to give each of you like a final thought. So Eric, give us a
Sure.
1 minute wrap up of
Sure.
what's happening here and what we're doing this for today.
Again, it's exciting again to run across. I was just washed up in the Lions Club event,
Right.
That, if it hadn't been for that, I would not know some enhancements of my life.
Sure.
So even though I'm not 17, I'd advocate anyone go ahead, get tested, and try the glasses on. And I think that you'd enjoy life in a new fashion. So best wishes for anyone with color blindness, and go get diagnosed.
Okay.
I would say the biggest thing is to get the word out, get the awareness out. I think the viewers here, they're listening to this, talk about it, get the word out. I think the more people that know about it, the better. And that's the biggest way to start making the changes at the school level, organizational level, to get the resources out for these kids.
I love it. I love that idea. And so use this video as soon as we're off the air, folks. Go back to the Facebook page or YouTube, grab the URL, share it with everybody that you can. Go to your own ophthalmologist or optometrist or whoever it is, or trist or school. Matter of fact, you were called with a school nurse, right? School nurse found your diagnosis. Is that right? Did I read that correctly?
I think there was both. I got it tested at the optometrist, and then the school nurse also found. Yeah.
So you know what, folks? Just share this video, put it into your signature line, whatever it is. And like Neal said, the easiest thing to do, just spread the word and raise awareness. That's what this platform is for. Gentlemen, thank you so much for coming in today. This is so cool. Test the glasses. Doesn't do anything for me except to try to make me look cool. Now, one final thought. Penn State takes on Oregon tonight. He's a Duck, okay? It's at Penn State College. It's a big whiteout, 100,000+ people. I will be running around at the Ronald McDonald House event tonight, raising a ton of money. Listen, I need scores. I need input. I need to know what's going on. So text me and message me through the night. But if nothing else, it'll be a lot of fun. It'll be a great game tonight. And Penn State will come out because I said so.
Well, I hope you don't mind crying on TV. So.
Oh, I'm not crying. I'm not crying. There'll be tears of joy there, Eric. All right, with that, everybody, listen, thank you for tuning in. Again, share this video with your friends and family. I have no idea who's on next week. You'll just have to follow my social media and see who's got on. As always, be kind to everybody. Why? We are all we have. Thank you for watching Aaron's Hour. We'll see you next week right here. Enjoy October coming up this week. Happy Yom Kippur, everybody celebrating, and go Nittany Lions. See you next week.